completely takes me aback happens. Chris Paul was just waived by the Phoenix Suns. Me and Steve, we're going to break it down, try to make sense of all this and what could happen next for Chris Paul and any team that he goes to. We'll get into it all and more right after this.
Welcome to the number one place for your daily basketball news and analysis, NBA Central.
All right, Steve-O. Man, Chris Paul got waived by the Phoenix Suns on a random Wednesday afternoon. The Suns, I guess, woke up and
Wednesdays, said, bro.
Hey, it's time for you to get the hell up out of here, bro. That's crazy. And the reason why this is so crazy is the amount that his contract was. They're going to have to eat $15.8 million out of his contract. Now, that's still a relatively small amount according to what he was set to make, but they can waive and stretch that to try to spread that money out over a few years. But I tell you what, this is a move that we have not seen the team make very often, bro, to really waive an amount a contract worth that much at this point. How are you feeling, Steve?
I mean, I'm shocked from a basketball sense. From an organizational team sense, I'm not shocked because, like I said, I knew Monty Williams. That they guys, that's their guy. That's CP3 guy. He's one of the main contributors why he wanted to come here. So, I knew just with the new owner coming in and everything, he wanted all new stuff. He wanted a whole new thing. He wanted his own touching on things. So once you get your point, you can't. It's like having two coaches, and you get rid of two coaches because you can't have your point guard who's Monty Williams guy on the same team after you just let him go, and it's still up in the air of people feeling like he didn't deserve to get fired. I'm still in that boat to feel like he shouldn't have got fired, but that's neither near or there. So it from a basketball, like, yeah, this crazy. You like you said, you finna eat up almost $16 million. That don't normally happen, but I guess that new owner said I got it.
Yeah, listen. I guess
put it on the card
to just eat $16 million, bro, and just basically say, "Oh yeah, you still got to give him that." That's crazy, bro. That's wild. I mean, hey, it's much less than what they would have paid. That must mean that they looked at Chris Paul and said, because his salary slated to be next season was $30 million, and they were like, "Hey, we can pay him $30 million to play about, what do you think, about 50 games at most for us next season?" Or we can pay him $16 million to just go away. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And no, for those that are asking, no, Chris Paul is not coming to the Chicago Bulls. He's already said he has his eyes set on a contender. It's not going to happen. He's
That's
mentor Kobe White. It's not happening. So there we go. We said that. Stop asking.
It's funny you said that. That was literally the first thing Baki. I didn't even know he got waived. I just said, should we go after Chris Paul? And I was like, what just happened? And then I looked that up. And I was like, I would be against it, but he ain't coming here. I know that. Yeah. He's not. It's not even in the realm of possession. I get it. Y'all talking about you got the Kobe White. That man 36. He ain't worried about coming here to play with no Kobe White.
Exactly. Like, he sees Kobe all the time. That's his little Loke. He gonna see Kobe regardless. This is only streaming on Chicago Bulls Central to get you motherfuckers to go and subscribe to NBA Central to get this daily NBA content. This is not streaming on Chicago Bulls Central because Chris Paul needs to come to Chicago. Keep his wide-hipped ass up off my goddamn
Not
team.
wide-hip.
That's all I got to say about that.
Oh, bro. Eric Bledsoe uncle looking at. Oh, bro.
Jesus.
Oh, bro.
Bobby, man, how you feeling about the news Chris Paul being waived, bro?
Hey, I was just washing dishes after dinner. I'm surprised. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm like, hold on. Let me go jump in on this. Because I know there's been a lot of talk that a lot of people be like, hey, because it's reporters, the Chicago Bulls should trade for him. Y'all know we Bulls fans, but this NBA thing. But overall, I'm honestly shocked by it because I think he still had another year on his contract, right?
Yeah, $30 million.
Yeah, so now they will have to absorb that cap unless he gets signed, right? Ain't that the rule?
So no, he had a provision in his contract. So basically, only have to pay. He still gets paid 15.8, a little over half of it.
Okay, now it makes sense. So they to me, it's looking like finished. They just gonna take that loss. And honestly, I thought that they was going to at least try to run it back. But at the same time, on the flip side, you're like, bro, enough is enough. You got to put your foot down eventually because you seen like in the Denver series with Chris Paul was on there, the pace was extra slow. and things like that. The moment he went down, it was a totally different team with campaign in the lineup. So I
That's
definitely see
crazy to
that
say.
could be exactly.
And every time he get on the court, I'm looking at is he gonna break his hand from swinging on somebody, or two, is he gonna hurt his hamstring again? Because I promise you, he hurt his hamstring at the same time every single year.
Bruh.
Every single year. Like
Second
I don't
round.
second round when you're down by 2 and they really need you. Like, come on, bro.
At least he actually gets hurt legitimately instead of LeBron, who just needed some water and went down, had to get carried off the court because the man had some cramps. But with that said, this is really because Chris Paul really was one of the things that helped change that culture at the Phoenix Suns, right? Devin Booker learned how to become a winner playing with Chris Paul. And I guess they looked at it and said, those lessons are learned now. Let's keep it pushing because Chris Paul just hasn't been able to stay healthy. There are still times, absolutely, where Chris Paul looks damn good in on the team and in general. And hopefully he goes to the team with some youth there around him. But Chris Paul played 59 games last year. I understand it, bro. Like, I really do understand why they would make this move now. I don't know if that means there's going to make them players for a point guard in free agency. Keep in mind, that's part of the reason them waiving him is so surprising is that it doesn't change their cap situation. They were so far into the luxury tax that you can remove a $30 million contract and they're still into the luxury tax. They get no cap space by doing this at all. None.
That's tough. That's tough because honestly, if he would have been healthy, we can go into hypotheticals and stuff, but I think they definitely would have had a better. He had his shot, bro, and it's looking like that door is closing unless he goes somewhere. But honestly, right off the top of the dome, I don't know where. I see some people in the chat saying Boston. We're like, okay, could be an upgrade over Marcus Smart, but
Bro,
then
we
I
just
think
said
somebody even say
campaign
Denver.
outplayed
I'm
him.
like, what? Yeah, somebody said
Denver.
Devin. I'm like, no way.
I don't think he said campaign outplayed him. He said he changed the tempo.
No, he can't.
I mean, but you could say he outplayed him though, in my opinion, because he helped.
He was on the court. That's what I'm saying. He was on the court.
Yeah, because that hamstring was done. He should have been sat down.
Honestly, okay, if we're looking at destinations for Chris Paul, realistically, if he wants to join a contender, I get Boston kind of fits that mold, but Boston ain't. Marcus Smart outplays Chris Paul every time. Like, I just don't see Chris. Like, I guess maybe if they look at it and say, even if we get 59 games from Chris Paul added to what we get, cool. But
yeah,
I don't know.
See, I would have threw Philly in there, but I'm the mindset of I want Tyrese Maxey. I want to see Tyrese Maxey, dry the ship and see if he can grow into that star player I believe he can be. But that's where I was gonna go. But then I was like, I don't need another guy kind of in his way.
I can absolutely see the Lakers going after Chris Paul.
That's crazy. They're gonna be old and dirty.
They got me riding dirty. They're gonna be riding dirty. That's an ugly. I don't want to see that.
Me either.
That's gonna change your whole brand because you can't. Your defense is gonna take a hit. Your offense is definitely gonna take a hit. So yeah, retirement home. That's just next. Let me stop.
Do y'all think he gonna have to just kind of be like, hey, it's that time. You got to come off the bench, bro.
Hey, you Rubio now.
It may be, bro. Like, all jokes aside,
Rubio.
He may need to do that too to preserve his career. Like, you can't stand up to it anymore. Like the day in and day out. So
I'm seeing Chris Paul in Minnesota. In all due respect, what in the hell does that achieve?
Nothing.
I mean, realistically, I understand he can't stay healthy. Who does Chris Paul move the needle for? I don't see it. I don't see it. I see that he can maybe help some teams off the bench, maybe be a mentor. But Chris Paul at this point, are we looking at him as somebody who can actually move a needle for a team?
That's why I think his best option is it's time to come off the bench, because I think that's where he'll be most effective. He gonna come in off the bench. He gonna be able to either maintain the lead. He gonna be able to he could still facilitate the hell out of offense.
This is true.
But I just don't think, just like you said, I just don't think that it moves the needle to a point to you be like, hell yeah, we got Chris Paul. No, it ain't that type of effect anymore.
What about if they can't get Dame, even though it's gonna be hard to get Dame anyway? Miami.
You know what? Honestly, You can't have. First of all, you can't have him and Kyle Lowry on the same
Bro.
team.
I don't think Kyle Lowry is a long
The
term.
BBL budget will not allow for both of those people to be in the same city.
Hey, Dr. Miami gonna be stressed the hell out. Dr. Miami gonna be stressed the hell out. I ain't got no more class for y'all ass. I'm
It's
done.
not happening. Like,
Yo.
but even then, no. And here's the thing. I guess Chris Paul, you got to give him credit. He's probably better than Kyle Lowry at this. Kyle Lowry also another player that's just like he has every 15 games he gives you something.
Bro.
But I don't know, bro. I just don't see a clear fit right now. Maybe I need
really
more time
because
to think about it.
it's really because he's getting to that age where he's just constantly you just waiting for him to get hurt.
Yeah.
That's just really what it is. Like he can't stay healthy now. Like it's really been a problem the last 3 years. But now he was breaking down the last 2 seasons. He's been breaking down throughout the season. It's not just to the playoffs because I'm 34 and my body's getting weary. No, it's go ahead.
I was gonna say I got a good backup option for him that I think will be solid. Go your old ass over there. You gonna stay on the West Coast. Just go down and travel a little bit. Go be a backup to De'Aaron Fox.
I got a different one for you. Talk about this isn't a contender per se, but I wouldn't mind seeing Chris Paul in New Orleans.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind seeing Chris Paul come off the bench behind CJ McCollum.
I think he's starting if you go to New Orleans.
He's not starting over CJ McCollum at this point. You're
not
going to put him and CJ McCollum.
I'm not allowing CJ running the flow as the run facilitating the offense. Hell no.
I mean, he did a damn good job to get them to 42 wins.
He did it, but he ain't doing better than Chris Paul at 38.
So you gonna start Chris Paul and CJ McCollum together?
Together, yeah. I'm not. Yeah,
Bro,
they got to be on the same floor,
bro. I mean, like 5 years ago, I would all for
because
it.
thinking
Now,
about that, because you also got to think about how easy it will be. It's already pretty much easy for Zion when he's healthy to get buckets, but it's gonna be even more easy.
Okay.
So that opens up CJ and BI.
How much is Chris Paul and Zion going to be on the floor together? That's the biggest question you have to ask yourself.
Well, that's like gonna be worse than Kyrie.
You gotta pull Zion from fucking OnlyFans and B-rate porn models first of all, and then secondly, like that's the first thing you gotta do. You can't get Zion literally. Like my thing is now, my biggest question for Zion now is how much of your bad diet was because you was eating yesterday's coochie. Like I just gotta ask yourself, bro. Like
today's coochie, yesterday's coochie is not today's coochie. Yo,
my man says I like my coochie slightly ran through before I lick it. Thank you very much.
Yo, bro, and you gotta attend a Boosie pool party. It's busting. The boy didn't. That's the only way you get a baby from me. Attend the Boosie pool party.
I ain't get here. And then you got oh my God, the cover came off. I don't know what's going on, bro. Then you got, I don't even know how to pronounce Shorty's name. Amika? What the hell is that?
I thought it was Akima.
Akima, Amika, you should have made a decision. That's what you should have done. That's why I can't ever to get on live no more.
That man didn't even get the top notch of the porn star injury. You got the ones that they posted free OnlyFans, bro. Like that's wild to me, man. How you?
And what's killing me is she got in her bio video creator.
Yeah, what type of video?
Yeah,
yeah.
Like stop acting like you got a YouTube or something. Like we know what you doing.
Oh man. Anyway,
you like I said, you supposed to be getting buckets, and you fucking
That's crazy.
You highly disappoint me, Zion.
What if he back up Ja and try to mentor him?
Wait, I mean, hell, he may not back up Ja. Ja may not even be there, but
he ain't gonna be there for 30 games.
Hey, Memphis, we just gave you an idea because if he going to have to save your career, I mean, have your season, you might want to look into that.
And he could probably help him stop being so damn reckless.
Stupid.
You know what? I honestly don't hate that one.
I don't like. That's probably I like that between that, I still feel like Philly is a nice chance. I still feel like he go to Philly and do something. Because I mean, I feel like Chris Paul will make Maxi flourish. To be honest, because I don't. To me, he don't have that facilitating game like that.
Okay.
Now, with seeing somebody like Chris Paul next to him can cause that can turn him into a complete guard because I can still see. I can honestly in the next 2 years we gonna be still talking about he might be a combo guard instead of a legit point guard.
That's fair because look what CP3 did with SGA.
That's why. That's why when Mikey asked me if hypothetically if the Bulls get, I'm like, I'm not mad at it. It depends on the money, of course, but I'm not mad at it because I know it helps Zach and it damn show help Kobe.
Yeah,
but he ain't come here, so he says CP3 back to the Clippers.
Up off my team, please.
CP3 next to the Clippers. You just don't want nobody to play with each other there.
They gonna throw punches. First of all, hold on, wait a second. We got Zion Williamson coming through.
No,
he came through. He said, "What up?" He said he ready to save her right now.
And that's how he was
out.
And
ready to save her
how he
right
was smiling
now.
too. That's how he was smiling in that picture.
That's crazy, bro. Shout out to anyone who knows where that's from. But yeah, that's crazy, man.
Whole time I thought it was the lobster.
Or the gumbo.
Something else. It was a different type of gumbo, bro.
That's crazy, man. That's wild. That's
yeah. He was definitely getting some of that roux.
Not the roux.
Not the roux. Oh damn. That's
a
crazy.
good roux right there.
Oh, that's for some expensive ass roux too.
Hey, 18 years of it, bro. That's
no. See, I love how they say 18 years, but that's forever. I don't care.
Well, that's only forever if they go to college. And you really think Zion kids going to college?
And with his poor decisions, and they don't like it. Shit. They both brain. I don't know about both of them brains. One got hands and one's I don't know. I knew something about that smile.
The news, man. And technically, the season ain't even over with. Free agency hasn't even begun. I'm gonna ask you guys this because with it doesn't take effect this offseason, so teams are good. But like seriously, with the new CBA and how penalizing it's going to be into the luxury tax 2 years in a row, do you think we could see seriously more kind of waves and players in the last year of their deal like this, bro?
Yeah, me personally, and I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm keeping my eyes on what's going on in Boston because, bro, you got two guys eligible for big money over 600 million. I don't know. That's tough. That's big tough, decisions over there.
I feel like it's definitely possible, but with this decision, I don't know if it was well thought through because it's like, who you gonna replace it with? It's not that many people, not that many guards, especially guards that you need for that team. The way it's made, that's going to help y'all. I can't think of one that's an up and coming free agency or even a disgruntled. Like even if you was to somehow get DeJounte, that is not gonna work.
I don't know, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like I just felt like this was a flex almost. Like, yeah, we know he like money, so we got rid of Monty. We don't want no problems. We getting all new everything, so you might as well go to.
What do you guys think that this means for DeAndre Ayton? Do you think that this solidifies the fact
that
they're no longer trying to move DeAndre?
Oh, he's staying.
He could be staying because because like if we think about the context behind his behavior, he really didn't like Monty, bro. He really didn't like him. Monty, you could tell him, you know what I'm saying? Like he signed that offer sheet to Indiana for a reason. Obviously, it was more than just getting his money, in my opinion. But it was reports, coming out about how Monty didn't even congratulate him on his contract or didn't even show up to support him. And it could have been other stuff inside the locker room too, but you could tell he ain't like Monty that much, bro.
Man, if he ain't like Monty, I know damn well he wasn't gonna like Rick Carlisle. Like I don't know what he was thinking. Like if you thought
but you know what though, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he would have gotten traded to Indiana if him and Rick Carlisle would, because even though Rick Carlisle is also a hard ass and a coach that you're going to play the way I want to play, Rick Carlisle also has a little bit more levity than Monty. I feel like Monty Williams shows up and he's like, "Hey, listen, this is what we're gonna do. We ain't gotta like each other. Whereas I think Rick Carlisle is kind of the coach that does try to bring a team together. Monty's like, look, I don't give a fuck if you guys like each other or not. Go out there and shoot the damn ball.
Facts.
So I'm glad you brought that up because that's really a question. Because because when I hear stuff like that, I think of the Kobe mindset. Because that's exactly how Kobe uses the Shaq. Cause that's how they thought. Like, hey, we ain't gotta like each other. We just gotta. When it comes down on this floor, we gotta execute. So, like, do you feel like where is the game shifting towards? Basically, organization wise.
Well, I think we're in a different league to where most of these players do like each other. And I think that the ones that have, even if it's some tension on the court, I think it's none of that off the court in most cases. But I think we're going to go back to, especially with a CBA that's more restrictive, I think we're going to naturally have to go back to, listen, this is your team. Like, we can't, it ain't going to be bringing in no more superstars if you don't like the makeup. Either you go or you're going to have to figure out a way to make it work.
That's true.
Damn, Skippy.
I think it's gonna be good anyway. Because I think I like when teams get built. You know what I'm saying? Like the trade stuff, it'd be cool during free agency. But as you can see, like, bro, these teams need to be built. And honestly, it's fun watching complete basketball. You know what I'm saying? Versus, hey, we're just gonna go ISO the whole damn game and the best team win. It's better when that ball movement and that team's moving as a cohesive unit.
For real, trust me, because I'm watching Sky games and I'm seeing plays I ain't seen in years around in basketball. In the NBA. Like for real, like when was the last time? Like what's that one player, Leo Boston? You don't see that. You don't see them do that a lot. You don't see big men do that a lot. They're like they like to fight. They like to fight. They like to get in the block and fight.
For those that crap on the WNBA, the WNBA is turning into a way more physical league than the NBA.
Oh yeah,
and by that I mean you're catching people get elbows to the neck every other play, bro. And these, like, even when they get a little tense, bro, like as much as I hate Sophie Cunningham, but hey, listen, she's the Grayson Allen of the WNBA, bro.
Oh,
and they don't be calling none of that shit.
She be chicken winging everybody. Like, and she's so slick with it. Bang, it's quick. I'm like, God, dog.
Like low budget Charlotte Flair on top of that. Like, come on, man.
Bro.
Man. But anyway, this is a story for another day. Me and Steve will get on that on Chicago Sky Central. Fellas, man, you guys got anything left on this, man?
I was just gonna say, hey, make sure y'all subscribe to NBA Central. It's busting over there too.
Bro, we close. We close to hitting that thou wow. We close.
Yes. We are right now 103 people away from getting to 1,000.
And there's 162 motherfuckers on this month.
Go over and subscribe. I get most of y'all Bulls fans, but y'all like that NBA content too. Go over to NBA Central. Just hit that subscribe button. You ain't got to even hit the notification button. Just hit the subscribe button. That's all we need you to do, man.
Oh, bro. We ain't gonna bore you. It's just the same thing. Exactly. We just tell you what you need to know.
RW says, realistically, how can CP3 work with the Bulls? He can't because he's not coming. All jokes aside, to answer your question, if Chris Paul was, let's say, DeMar DeRozan gets on the phone, it's like, Chris, bro, I know you want to go to a contender, but we feel like you really would help us what we're trying to achieve here, replace Lonzo, and he came in here, I would say this. Chris Paul, all he has to do in a case like that, you don't have to take no shot unless you wide the hell open. Just facilitate. And he has the ability to do that.
I tell you one thing. Pat was right here. CP3 be right here. Them shots that Pat was missing, CP3 most likely gonna make.
Well, I also think CP3 will be another one of those players, much like Pat Bev, who's going to be like, no, shoot the fucking ball, Pat.
That too. That's my thing too. It's like you basically getting a better Pat Bev, in my opinion.
I mean, he's way better than Pat Bev. And like I said, I don't think there's any way that in hell that he's coming here. But if he were to come here, I don't think keep in mind, Billy Donovan has familiarity. I don't think I think they can make it work. What do you think, Bobby?
I mean, I think I wouldn't be mad at it. I mean, it wouldn't be my first option, but I wouldn't be mad at it simply because we know at least there's going to be a point guard that can facilitate. And we know that's what when Zach LaVine plays with a legit point guard, he's much more better. And Chris Paul, he will protect Zach LaVine for having those stupid turnovers in the closing moments of the game because Chris Paul has the IQ to execute and close out a game or at least facilitate a good game.
and we might just run some actual plays because he gonna run it.
Bro.
Oh, and Chris Paul's gonna be one of those. He's gonna literally look and be like, Billy Donovan, that was a stupid fucking play. That's
Bro.
not what we running.
Fuck
Yeah,
y'all
we
do
ain't
something
running
else.
that.
Like,
Move around.
He gonna instantly come up the
Billy
play.
Donovan be doing those weird motion. Chris Paul will look at him and be like, and then go ahead and run an actual play.
No,
So,
real.
Yo, bro. That's
So,
why.
yeah,
That's
man.
why I'm thinking. So yeah, I hope he answered your question that way.
yeah, there you go.
On the
There you
real.
go. But we out this mug, man. Y'all go subscribe to NBA Central. If you're not subscribed to NBA Central, you're missing. We're doing draft breakdowns of every single team one by one. So make sure you guys stay tuned in for that content. C Dub got the NBA Central After Dark bussing, right?
We
Which is
going live,
crazy.
live calling.
Yeah, so y'all make sure
Come
y'all
on now.
stay tuned in for that, man. But we about this mug. Y'all go subscribe to NBA Central. Bobby, Stevo, Haize, we out, y'all. Peace.
Boom.